everybody, how we doing today? I thought today we'd do a little bit of old school Tiny Epic Defenders. Now, just so you know, I'm actually going to be playing the first edition Tiny Epic Defenders. I do have the newer version that does have the new little meeples and everything else, but I actually still like this old one, this original one, just for its simplicity. So it's a really hard game as far as it can be a hard game. So let's see how it goes. All right, so I already got the setup already done. I already have the draw deck already done. We've got our green and our blue in there, plus we've got the two group cards. We've got the horde deck already set up. Artifact deck's already shuffled. We're in the capital city. All right, so blue player is going to be playing the bard. It's a halfling. So as an action, she has befriend. If an adjacent outer region has an action, I can use it, and I only got to pay the action point cost of that ability, which is nice. There's a couple places that I can actually use that. And the druid, the red player, the centaur, he has martyr. When a hero within one region of the blue player or the red player defends, you can take a damage for that hero instead. He also has, as an action, nature's call. I can just move to the forest, which is really, really nice. We're starting in the capital city. Everything's ready to go. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, so we're going to start off. First enemy card looks like we're going to do 1 point of damage into the forest, and we're going to do 1 point of damage in the ruins. Now, if any of you remember how this plays or don't know how this plays, when the card is get drawn, each area is going to take 1 point of damage based on whatever the enemy is drawn. So in this case, the forest and the ruins will take a point of damage. Once that's resolved, we just draw the next card. In this case, it's going to be the red player's turn. So the red player is sitting in the capital city, and he has 3 actions. One of the main things he's going to do on his actions is he can move, in which case he is actually going to. He's going to spend an action just to move. I could use my nature's call, but it's only 1 space away. These two are one adjacent from the capital city, and then from there you kind of go around the board clockwise, counterclockwise, however you want. Okay, so in the forest, that was 1 action to get there. So the forest, I'm going to spend a second action, and I'm just going to go ahead and reduce the forest health by 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend my third action, and I'm going to move to the ruins. The ruins definitely has some damage on it. I know it's going to come up, so it's good having somewhere where I can come back and forth. That's my 3 actions, and so let's go ahead and continue going. All right, so this one here is going to basically give us 3 actions that we can spend amongst all of our characters, however we choose. Now, if a region happened to be destroyed, we're going to get a 4th action. Currently, nothing's destroyed. The other problem is we only have 1 spot on the board that even is damaged, and that's going to be right here. So if I can sucker this, which is going to reduce the health of it by 1 point. I still have 2 more points to go, and I know the ruins and the forest are the 2 main things. This is a bad time for this card to come out. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to spend those next 2 points, and I'm just going to come back to the city, and I'm going to figure out where the other locations are going to be. Now it's the blue player's turn. The blue player, oh man. I think the blue player, we're going to go and leave the capital city. We're going to come down here. We're just going to spend 2 actions. We're going to come down to the plains. And we're just going to hold off on the plains for right now. And let's just see what happens. We really need to figure out where the different cities are that are going to be affected. This is absolutely... Okay, and so I'm just going to move red player back up to the ruins, and let's see what happens. Okay, so now, here we go. So now we know the mountains are going to take a point of damage, and it looks like the plains are actually going to take a point of damage. Now with these cards here, there's no way to prevent that. If it would have been a dire enemy, then of course we could attempt to fight them off and hopefully prevent that damage, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so now it looks like we have our coastline is going to take a point of damage, and then our mountains are going to take another point. So we know the areas that are taking damage. So the mountains have been taking a couple, the plains have taken 1, the coast have been taking 1, the forest took 1, and then we know the ruins took 1. So those are the main areas that we have to work on defending. All right. So at the end of the round, once everything's been done, we're going to grab the top card of the horde deck, and we're going to shuffle it in to our turn order deck. And this is either going to be an enemy or a dire enemy that we're putting in. I guess we're not going to know until we draw it. Okay. Now, just so you know, I am playing this on easy mode just because I am trying to remember the rules again. I do enjoy playing this game. I just don't play it that often, so I sometimes do this just to remember the rules so that I can play it again. going forward. All right, so it looks like we got the forest, and we're also going to have the plains. So the forest is going to, or the mountains, sorry. The mountains are going to go up one more. The plains are going to go up one more. We need to get someone over to those mountains really, really fast. Okay, so this is going to give us 3 actions to use however we choose. Red's the furthest away. Blue is right here. So blue is actually, both of those came up. You know what? Blue's going to spend 1 action to come up here and 2 more actions to come over here. I could have used some of the actions on red as well, but red would not have been effective. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, and blue player is once more. Oh, and actually, no. So I could have done this. It's actually, back that up just a hair. I keep forgetting. So to leave the plains is a 0 action. So, and I spent 1 action leaving that plain. So I would have actually been able to have 1 more free action. I would have lowered that plains down. But now that blue's turns again, blue's going to spend 1 action to go here, or lower that, move down to here, and spend 1 more action to lower the plains. Okay. Whew. My brain got ahead of me. And that's the 3 actions for blue. Now let's go back around. Okay, so now it looks like the giant snake, it's in the forest. So if we have someone in the forest, when this guy comes out, we can actually spend 2 health to prevent this ability from happening. But nobody is in the forest. So what's going to happen is the forest is going to take 1 point of damage. It's going to go up. And this ability is going to happen. So poison. No hero can use their ability for the remainder of the round. Okay, so their abilities are down here. Leave this card out as a reminder until the end of the round. Okay, so I can't use the forest, martyr, and we can't use befriend until the end of this round. So having someone in the forest when this guy comes out would be really good so we can prevent that from happening. Okay, so the coast is going to take 1 point, and it looks like the mountain's going to take another point. Oh, man. Forest is going to take 1. Yeah, that was coast last time. Okay, and then the ruins are going to take 1, which is up here. Now red. Okay. I know we need to take care of the forest. We need to take care of the coast. The ruins haven't been getting hit quite as bad. But we should also have 1 more multi. So let's go ahead and move this down 1 for the first action. My second action is going to go here. And I'm going to move blue over here. Blue is a 0 action. Costs 0 actions. And my third action is going to be there. Okay. And then there's our multi-point. So this is going to be 2 points there and 1 point there. And that'll be all 3 of the points from this. Okay, so that's going to end the round. So we're going to shuffle this guy back in. We'll grab the top card of the Horde deck. We'll shuffle all this together, and we can now use our abilities again. Now, red's in the forest, so hopefully we get that dire enemy out really, really fast so that we can take care of him early on. That would be the benefit. Now, things never go my way, and he's probably on the bottom of the deck. All right, so we're going to get 3 points to be able to spend for all of us. Everything's all the way down, so let's go ahead and take blue. Blue's going to spend 1 action here. It costs no actions to move up there. I'm going to spend my second action to do that and lower that one down. And for my third action, I'm going to move back down here because I can move out for no action, so that way I can easily cover both of these, depends on what happens. Okay, so the forest is going to take 1 point, and it looks like the coast is going to take another point. And look at that, there's our forest. So what red is going to do is red can actually spend 2 health, 1, 2. And what that's going to do is that is going to prevent him from doing a point of damage to the forest, and it's going to prevent this poison from happening. He still stays in the deck, so he's still going to be there, so it's not like I kill him and he's removed from the game, but that's going to help us out a little bit. Now to heal this, I need to try to get back to the capital city, start my turn, and at the start of my turn, I consider that to be when my red card is drawn, not when the others are drawn. All right, so let's go to the next one, and there's my red card. So at this point, pretty much all I can do is we can lower this down by 1, and we know red, I'm not going to be able to heal anytime soon. So I'm just going to spend my second action to go here, and my third action, let's go ahead and do the coast. All right. Let's go ahead. See, so the coast is going to go up by 1 on this next one, and it looks like we got the mountains are going to go up by 1. All right, now we have 3 actions that we can divide up between all of the players. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 action. Red's going to spend 1 action to go there. Blue's going to go ahead and take a turn. Blue's going to move over here. It's a 0 action. I'm going to spend 1 action to go here, and blue's still fully healed as well. So I think blue's actually, you know what? Blue, it's been working pretty good. Blue's just going to come back down and go to the plains again. Okay, next round. Looks like we got the mountains again, and it looks like we're going to have the plains. All right, now it's going to be blue's turn. Blue's still fully healed, so we're going to spend 1 action to go there. We're going to move up here as a free action. We're going to spend the 2nd action to go there, and then the 3rd action, we're just going to drop back down. Now, the nice thing is with her being here, if red's somewhere else, she can actually use this action to move red to an adjacent tile if we need to. All right, and the forest is going to go up by 1, and it looks like the ruins are going to go up by 1. Okay, looks like we have 2 more cards in the horde deck. All right, we'll shuffle a new one in. Okay, now this is where we want to get another character, red or preferably blue this time, back up into the forest, or if we can get red up into the forest, and hopefully if the dire monster comes out or the enemy comes out, red can take care of him. We can get him into the capital city, and then when his card is drawn, he can heal up. But we'll see what happens. Okay, blue's going to take the first turn. So blue is going to go ahead and let's see, she can use the action of adjacent space. So she is going to move, spend 1 action to move him to an adjacent space. And that's, where does she want to go? She can move over here. And I think what she's going to do is she is going to do this action. Okay, so because she can use the actions of adjacent space, but for 2 action points, she can actually reduce this one by 1 because it's on the outer ring. So that's going to be blue's turn. All right, then we got the multi. So red's going to lower this one by 1. I think red's going to move into the capital city, and blue's going to come back over here. Now we're hoping this is a ring card, and it's not. The forest is going to go back up by 1, and it looks like the desert, or the desert's going to go up by 1. Have I been moving the plains for that one? You know what? Man, the plains and desert, I do that all the time. I moved the wrong one. All right, so the coast is going to go up by 1, and it looks like the mountain's going to go up by 1. Oh, see, I wasn't in the forest. Okay, so forest is going to go up by 1. We're going to put him off to the side, and we can now no longer use either one of these abilities for the rest of the turn. Should be okay. I think we'll survive. Okay, red's going to go. Red's going to fully heal himself. Okay, and he's going to spend his first action to go there, and he's going to spend his 2 actions. He's going to bring the forest all the way down. Okay, so the mountains are going to go up 1 more, and this one here is definitely the plains. Okay, and we have the multi. We got 3 action points to spend. This is going to be 1. I'm going to move out of here at 0 and 2, 3. All right, now let's see. The forest is going to go back up by 1, and in this case, we're going to have the coast, which is going to go back up. And we're going to have the forest go up 1 more, and we're going to have the ruins, which is going to go up 1 more. All right, and this is the last card in the horde deck. We'll shuffle our dire enemy back in. All right, so now after this round, what's going to happen is we're going to reveal the main boss. And when he comes out, he's going to get associated with one of the areas of the outer rim, so we're just going to match up its symbol. And in order for us to kill him, we have to go to wherever he's at, and it costs us an action point to do a point of damage. You usually have about 10 hit points. So the hard part is in a 2-player game, if I it would take me a couple rounds. I got to run back to the capital city and heal. So I'm actually making this hard for myself. Oh, and you know what I didn't do? When the druid killed that one guy a couple turns ago, I was supposed to draw an artifact, and I never did. Now, these are usually one-time things. So as a free action, I can add a card from the Horde deck to the turn deck, shuffle, and continue. Oh, man, so I could have gone through that Horde deck. One more figure, one faster. And because I forgot to do that, I'm actually making the game a little bit harder for myself. Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's gaming, I guess. Okay, so the forest is going to go up and the coast is going to go up. So the forest to go up, coast to go up. Mountains are going to go up, and the desert's going to go up, or the plains are going to go up. Okay, now blue's going to go. Not really going to care about the desert too much. So I'm going to spend 1 to go down here, 2, and then 3 to lower that one. That's going to be all 3 of my reds. Okay. Oh, see, now look at that. The forest. Okay, so the forest is actually going to get destroyed. So we're going to put this down here. Now, any more damage that goes to the forest is going to go straight to the capital city. Okay, and it looks like the desert is going to go up by 1. Man, I was hoping that my red would have come out before that, but oh well. But I am in the forest, so I don't got to worry about that. So I am actually going to spend my 2 points. I'm going to prevent this from happening, and that's actually going to get me another artifact because my other one doesn't work. Now, this one basically says, as an action, it's a one-time thing. I can move the epic foe to an outer region of my choice. Now, the epic foe is going to be this next one that comes out, which is going to be nice. So I can actually bring him to me. So wherever he's at, I don't have to worry about fighting him there. Okay. And all right. And if I see, and I haven't done my red yet. So what I'm hoping for right now is we actually get the multi-card so that I can move into the capital city. And then when I get my red card, I can heal myself up. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But the coast is going to go all the way up. So that's going to damage the coast. So that one's out of play now. And the mountain's going to go up. Now, usually a couple of these are going to get destroyed like this. And that's actually okay to a certain point. It's that many less areas that you have to worry about dealing with. But the problem is we got a lot of cards that are damaging these. Now the capital city is going to start getting damaged. All right. Oh, and that's what I want. So the multi. Okay, so I'm going to spend 1 action to definitely move him into there. Let's see. I'm going to move up here, and I'm going to spend my 2nd action to do that. And I know blue's not, I'm not going to come up with blue anytime soon. I don't want to come up here because I'm going to lose a point of health if I try to do the damage. So you know what? I'm going to come back down to the plains. That's been working for me. Oh. Okay. Well. This is horrible because I actually have 3 actions for this. I can go lower the plains, but I would by 1, but I'm going to take a point of damage because I would end my turn at the end. At the end of every round. No, so it's not the turn, but there's only a couple more cards, and I know I've already gone. That's the last 2. Oh man, I played that wrong this whole time. That's okay. You know what? I'm actually going to skip this one. I want to stay right where I'm at, and I think we're doing okay right now. Other than, no, because I need red to stay there. I know force is going to come out. You know what? I am actually going to go. Well, no, because it's not going to be in there. It's not going to prevent me from stopping. Oh, no, I'm staying where I'm at. Okay. So, plains is going to go up, and the ruins are going to go up. I really feel like I'm doing something wrong. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so the forest is destroyed. So the capital city is going to go up by 1. And the ruins are going to go up by 1 more. All right, and the last one's going to be red. Because I start in the capital city, that's going to go up by 1. Or all the way max. And what I'm going to do is, and you can't lower the capital city too. So I'm going to spend 2 actions. And my 3rd action is going to be to lower that down. Okay. So that is going to be the end of the round. No one's in the desert. We don't got to worry about that. So we'll flip this guy over, and it looks like we're fighting the dragon, and it looks like he's in the mountains. Now, the nice thing is I'm actually up here in the ruins, so if I wanted to, I can bring him down to wherever I'm at. So I can move him to another location. This seems to be where we're hanging out, so I actually, I may bring the dragon all the way down here over to the plains. Let's see what happens. Okay, so he's going to have 10 hit points. Now, at the end of every round, we're going to deal 2 damage to all heroes. So the thing is once a hero hits 0, they can't heal land anymore. They can't fight enemies. Pretty much all they can do is move. They got to get to the capital city, and then you got to wait until you can heal on your turn. So that's something I should look up. Does it make a difference? Is it considered start of your turn? Probably not when one of the multiplayer cards come up. All right. Well, we're both at full health. We got to get to the mountains. Let's see what happens. Because it's going to cost me an action. Oh, no. I'm reading that wrong. Okay. So this is going to go up by 1. And the runes are going to go up by 1. I need to spend my actions. And I get 3 action space. Okay, so red. Oh, you know what? If I do this, but then the problem is blue's got to come all the way up here. And you know what? I'd rather all this kind of stay down here. So what I'm going to do... Okay, let's go ahead and... I'm going to move these over a little bit. Let's see. I think... no, I'm not going to do that this turn. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to spend my 3rd action, and I'm going to drop him down to 9. Is what I'm going to do. All right. So the coastline, that's going to be 1 damage to the capital city. And it looks like the mountains are going to go up by 1. All right. Looks like the forest, that's going to do a point of damage to capital city. Now it's going to do a point of damage to capital city. You can see how bad once stuff starts getting destroyed, everything escalates bad. Okay, so I get 4 actions now because these are destroyed. So technically, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend all 4 of my actions, 9, 8, 7, 6, drop that all the way down to 5. So in theory, if we can get a lot of our actions right now real fast, we can actually take them out. And blue. So blue's going to spend no actions to move up there. And I got 3 actions. So 1, 2, 3. He has 2 hit points left. If this next card's a multicolor card, we can win this game. And it is no. Okay. So we're going to do a point of damage to the forest. So it's actually going to come here because it's destroyed. And we'll put him off to the side. And we can't use our special abilities, but we're not going to need our special abilities at this point. And now the forest takes a point of damage. Capital city is destroyed. The plains take a point of damage. We just lost the game. It's all over. We still have 3 more cards in this round deck. And look at, I bet you, let's see. Nope. And it's the bottom card. That's the card we needed to draw. If we'd have drawn that, we'd have been able to take him out. But you know what? That's just kind of the way this game goes. Some days the cards come up in your favor, some days they don't. But I think it's a fun game. It's enjoyable. It's quick. I love taking this game on road trips with me because if I'm on a hotel, I can go down. I can play it on a small table. I can play it in a hotel room. I can play it wherever I'm at. It's a great little game. And on top of that, it's in a small little box. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Somebody help me on my feet again.